back. I want to get this game. I do want to get Liberty Cities too, though.
What does a Menti hide from you behind the scenes and from a game developer's point of view? In a Menti, you play as a photographer and historian who is clearly not watching enough cartoons. Diving into the horrors of an ancient Egyptian pyramid, you'll take photos of mysterious relics and timeless artifacts, while also uncovering the secrets hidden within these grim walls. Spoiler alert, our pal Rudamoon is not happy about this. So what would have been a routine day at work turns into an utter nightmare. In this video, we'll be taking a look behind the scenes and such of things we aren't supposed to see, like the various entities captured in our photos, and even a developer oversight that's super easy to miss. There's lots to look at out of bounds, so I hope you enjoy today's look behind the scenes of a Menti. Now, as always, I like to do a quick recap of what we'll be covering. That way, we're all informed on the game's flow of events. So as the game begins, the player's car is seen pulling up to the entrance of the pyramid where our journey starts. Equipped with a camera, you'll make your way through this large courtyard area, spotting a plane overhead as you approach the massive pyramid in the distance. Heading inside, you'll go through this crawl space where you'll then photograph the artifacts in the area, getting jump scared.
What's up, guys? Did war just change forever? Iran was just hit with something, some type of weapon that turned the entire sky blue, and then a ball of yellow shot up directly from the ground. A fireball went effectively into space. Was Iran just hit with a laser weapon from space? What kind of weapon is that? And it's linked with these other look at that. What the hell is that? Literal. What is that? Videos coming out of Iran right now. Look. That. We'll get into some speculation as to what this is. Some of that consideration as to what is actually going on. Intense airstrikes in Kharja, Tehran right now. Okay, so what is that? Whoa. Look at that. Then suddenly it's daylight.
Scratching the pockets off the bag. Then she looked down at the crab boil tab. I don't know what's going through her mind, but the check came up to $4.29. This one stung me, I'm upset. See a friend she ate with? Well, they put the money on the check. She looking back to see who watches. Took the money and stashed it in her pocket. She got up, out, she cleared it. Smooth getaway by the bonnet bandit. Nah, this is wild, Joe.
Oh shit, it's a coyote stuck in my dog. I don't think...
Michael wasn't the reason. He didn't beat us in the championship. He did not beat us. Dennis Roberts, we had no answer for him. We had no answer for Dennis Roberts. I mean, every time that they needed a second shot or something special or an extra rebound, or tip in, he was flying and weakening, and he's winking and kissing and frustrating everybody on the team, man. He was not even like that. He just did it.
Right.
We just did it. Man, he had all my team just flustered, man.
What did he do?
I'm gonna tell you, when Frank Bukowski, man, then started wearing color contacts. She did a championship. With some lip, man. It would be like he was trying to kiss Frank's arm and then Frank just couldn't take it, man. It was just, the man and him just couldn't allow it.
I'd have lost it.
And Dennis knew what buttons to push, man. He needed Frank to rebound. He got him all discombobulated.
How was his defense?
I mean, his defense was good. I mean, he wasn't doing
You still did like you saw you.
I'm just too big for him.
Right, okay.
I'm a little bit too big for them. So I don't think that's a fair
And
play.
that job too.
His defense was great, man. Like I said, he was just tipping the ball and rebounding, hiding in, doing all this silly, all that you hate to see. Michael was.
Everybody knows that's wrong. This is a 12-year-old boy we're talking about. We're going to leave him in jail and put a light charge on a young man, a young black man that was visiting Miami and was with the wrong two kids.
Marvin Jones' son Josiah is charged with battery and false imprisonment. Charges related to the murder of a 12-year-old girl. A police report says the victim says his son Josiah held her down and put rocks in her mouth to stop her from screaming.
Oh my God! Everybody knows that's wrong. This is a 12-year-old boy we're talking about. We're going to leave him in jail.
Huh? Get smart. Oh, get smart. Y'all the ones coming out with 4 boats and a jet ski and tell me not to fish in there, dude.
Predicting every NBA winner, starting off with most valuable player. And this is easily Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I don't want to hear none of that Jokic or Wembanyama crap. Get out of here. Shea's on the #1 seed.
used up more emergency oil reserves than at any other point in human history, and it barely moved the needle. The International Energy Agency is flooding 400 million barrels into the market over the next 4 months. That's more than double what they released when Russia invaded Ukraine. 172 million of those barrels are coming from the United States, and crude's still above $90. Gas nationally is at $3.59, in California it's past $5. Also internationally in Denmark, they're begging citizens not to drive unless they have to. Here's why the reserves aren't working. The war keeps getting worse. 2 oil tankers were just hit in Iraqi waters. That's never happened before. Iran just struck a fuel depot in Bahrain, and they're now actively laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz while the U.S. still says that it's not ready to escort ships through. So you can dump every single barrel that you've saved for emergencies into the market. It doesn't matter if someone's lighting the pipeline on fire behind you. Ready for now?
My fiance and some of my friends, we shop here all the time. Right. And we really appreciate what you do. Good. So I have a donation for you. Can you accept donations? Yeah. There you go. Don't lose it. There's quite a bit of money in there. Right. Okay. Thank you. I just turned 90.
Noticing his opponent was in desperate need of a halftime break, Mo Wagner provided his aerodynamic hip escort straight into the luxury seating of the Detroit Pistons bench area. Hamidou Diallo immediately rushed over to thank him with a spine alignment shove, while Killian Hayes performed a precision manual brain reset to Wagner's occipital lobe to ensure he was fully relaxed.
Damn.
Wagner was so relaxed he entered a state of total zen on the floor, prompting a heartwarming team-wide celebration where everyone rushed in to join the festive group huddle. Noticing his opponent was in desperate need of a halftime break, Mo Wagner provided his aerodynamic hip escort straight into the luxury seating of the Detroit Pistons bench area. Hamidou Diallo immediately rushed over to thank him with a spine alignment shove, while Killian Hayes performed a precision manual brain reset to Wagner's occipital lobe to ensure he was fully relaxed. Wagner was so relaxed he entered a state of total zen on the floor, prompting a heartwarming team-wide celebration where everyone rushed in to join the festive group huddle. Noticing his opponent was in desperate need of a halftime break, Mo Wagner provided his aerodynamic hip escort straight into the luxury seating of...
First, she tanks all the damage, soaking up shots just to lure her opponent into a false sense of security. Once the guard is dropped, she starts unloading with such a vicious flurry that it leaves irreparable damage. After the stoppage, she even has the audacity to mock her opponent's condition. Her name is Christy Martin, and she's carved out a reputation as a dirty fighter in this game. Despite all that, you have to admit she hits like a truck, swinging with the kind of power that would put some men to sleep. She's consistently clutching KOs in her bouts, proving she's got that one-punch knockout power to end a scrap in an instant. This time, she threw down the gauntlet and challenged the daughter of a legendary champion, Layla Ali. Layla was the favorite of Muhammad Ali, so he taught her a trick or two from his legendary playbook. Christy managed to ignite a feud long before the opening bell, nearly sparking a brawl right at the press conference. She even went as far as to say she didn't give a damn who her father was. She was going to grind her into dust. After a build-up like that, a massive crowd packed the arena, hungry to see a slugfest for the ages. Layla was flexing her belts, swaying like a sunflower from Plants vs. Zombies. Christy was a good head shorter, and that reach disadvantage was going to play a massive role in this bout. The opening bell sparked an absolute slugfest as both fighters started trading leather. This grudge match was clearly personal. Despite being the smaller fighter, Christy was loading up and tagging Layla's chin, repeatedly catching the legend's daughter off guard. Layla looked sluggish early on, struggling to find a rhythm and keep up with the frantic pace. She tried to work the outside, but her sniping was missing the mark against the twitchy Christy. But once Layla started finding her range, the tide turned fast. Gaining momentum, she began putting together vicious combinations and taking over the scorecards. Her surgical precision was so overwhelming that Christy just froze up, eating shots with zero defense. Christy tried to rally in the later rounds, but she was forced back into the clinch and trapped in the corner once again. She was getting viciously picked apart as the bout turned into a total one-sided beatdown. In that moment, the terror set in, and Christy clearly regretted every word of her trash talk. She was backpedaling from one side of the ring to the other, desperately trying to survive the round. With pure rage boiling inside, she tried to fire back while leaning against the ropes. Her face was crimson, but she showed incredible